What's good, everybody? It's your boy Diori back on here again. Hope everybody's doing well this Sunday afternoon. So I woke up this morning and I was debating on if I was going to do a stream or not. So I hopped on the YouTube streets. And at first, I figured I'd just do like a Sunday free for all, whoever popped up on the channel, talk about various subjects, and then just run with it. But I probably want to say that for later on tonight. Anyway, y'all see the title, you know what it is. Men critiquing modern women, offensive and disrespectful, or truthful and needed. I caught a stream earlier this morning, and there was a young lady giving her opinion about dating and whether or not she would accept a coffee date. To each his own. Do what you do. But then she proceeded to explain why she would or would not. Perfectly fine. But when given pushback on it or critique, the whole conversation went left. Mind you, there was only one black man giving his feedback, and there was several black women on this panel. This young lady had no problem saying what she had, what she did, you know, basically giving a rundown on how a man had to prove himself to her, which is your prerogative, and that's fine. But then when this black man gave some pushback and said, look, black men avoid these type of women, run from them. Instead of arguing her point or arguing her point of view, she proceeded to ridicule, berate, curse, insult, and pretty much attempt to belittle this man. And he let her go. But the moment he gave her some pushback, it was a problem. All the women formed like Voltron on the panel and told him he needed to calm down. He didn't need to talk about her. He should be the level-headed one, right? Not even attempting to address the elephant in the room, which was you bought the ticket, we're gonna give you the ride. If you put your business out there, it's open to critique. It's open to going underneath a microscope. So this went back on forward for about 3 or 4 minutes. And of course, this young lady looked for somebody to bail her out. She looked for somebody to jump on the man because she was a woman and she was offended. And he was being disrespectful, not because of the fact that he said anything disrespectful directly towards her. No, it was disrespectful because he didn't agree with what she had to say. The owner of the website then proceeded to come up and try to calm the situation down. And she tried to get him to get on another man, which again, we see this very commonly in, our community, right? Somebody has a disagreement with a woman as a man. She, you know, wants another man to come in and defend her or protect her. Then next thing you know, we either have a shooting or somebody's going to jail or a combination of both. Are we really at the point now where black women honestly think that they are not above critique? With everything going in the world, with how we see everybody move, with all this technology, with all the information we have, with how we see other different groups move, are we really at this point now where Black women think that they're their own separate class? I'm starting to think so. It's starting to get to that point, in my opinion. We're not even 2 months in yet in 2023, and we have shenanigans like this going on. Anyway, back to the topic. This young lady then told the owner of this channel what he better do, what he better not do, as far as how she felt. And he tried to talk to her, tried to calm her down, and she just kept going on and on and on. Mind you, she started cursing, being belligerent, disrespectful. But earlier in the conversation, she was just saying, "Oh, I'm a woman, and you know, I have value, and a man needs to do this." And myself, along with other people that were in the chat, were like, "Who's signing up for this? Y'all claim to be the most uncovered, the most educated, the most free, but y'all the most stressed out. Y'all the most unmarried. Y'all the most uh, top group of women that have babies out of wedlock. One of the highest divorce rates. But the moment a man tries to have a conversation with you after you engage with him, if it doesn't fit your program, if it doesn't fit your agenda, once again, being out of line and out of pocket, that man is offensive or that man's being disrespectful. In my eyes, I call that truth. But we know how this goes because you hear my truth, my story, only God can judge me, and so forth. So, owner of the channel basically kicked her off, and then she still was talking cash stuff in the chat room, saying how, you know, the owner of this site didn't take her side, right? Like we're some sort of drone bees. And if you disagree with the queen bee, right, you're no longer part of the hive. You're supposed to be deleted or exiled. How many times we seen this dysfunction go on, this chaos, right? And I get it. Women are emotional, but it's your job to manage your emotions, not a man's. It's your job to manage your femininity, not a man's, right? But this is what happens when you have everything out of order, when you have women thinking themselves better than the men in a group. This is what happens when you have women think that they can do it on their own and they don't need their man, right? But then the very next sentence complain about generational wealth and complain about quote unquote nobody building for you. This is why we don't have a legacy, right, in mass. So after I, raised the eyebrow to that, decided to head to the gym, right? Lo and behold, another stream came up where a woman 39 years old was being challenged on her actions as far as being a woman and how she moved and how she operated. And once again, the instant tears, right? The I didn't know any better. I was young. Uh, I have to do this all on my own. I have to do this when it came to raising her child and her relationship with uh, her child's father. And in this instance, she claims she never said anything bad about her child's father to her child directly. Mind you, her child is 19, almost legal now at this point. And when challenged yet again, she went on defense mode. I have to do this, I have to do that. But once again, if you put yourself out there for critique, you're going to get critique. It's wide open. You can't sit back and say, well, this is my life, accept it. But if you disagree with anything I say, then you're disrespectful or I'm offended. Makes no damn sense. Sad thing about it is this mother had a sister-daughter relationship with her child, very obvious. And the trauma bonding, which is a serious thing in our community, was never addressed. Never sought therapy, right? Never sought it out. Uh, I'm a victim, right? My child is my world. I did what I did because I wanted to do it, or I felt, quote unquote, the need to do it. Like that excuses uh, negative behavior, which it doesn't. So the daughter is definitely going through some stuff, and you could tell by her reactions. She didn't want to say anything to get on her mother's bad graces or say anything negative, but that trauma is there. I'm of the mindset of this: the truth is the truth. If you cannot look at it from more than one side and get the same result, it's not the truth, it's an opinion. Truth is definitely needed. But the beauty about the truth is the truth hurts. But after that hurt, hey, guess what? The truth will set you free. As long as our culture is still tiptoeing around women and their feelings and being silent in their presence, the same goofy stuff is going to continue. I don't care if you get offended if it's the truth. If you a zebra and you got stripes, hey, guess what? I'm gonna call you a zebra. If you feel disrespected about the truth, do something about it. Time waits on no man or no woman. And as I always say, life's a game to our culture till it's not a game. Having Peter Pan syndrome, moving in life like it's a game, like it's a joke, kicking the can down the road. That's what you want to do it. That's cool. On the back half, don't complain about the results that you didn't get because you were rich in excuses. I told myself I was going to be more lenient this year, but I don't think that's going to happen. I might have to resort back to being a much more outspoken person. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Young men, millennials, Gen Xers, Gen Zers, don't let these women gaslight you. Don't let them intimidate you. Call the BS out. Call it for what it is so it can be addressed. And once it gets called out enough in your circle, I'm not saying the world because you're not going to change the world. You're going to change yourself. And by changing yourself, your environment is going to change. That's just a byproduct of it. But if you come across some goofiness, call it out. Don't be in the presence of anybody and just let it slide. These modern women want to behave a certain way, they want certain results. Hey, guess what? That requires certain work, certain effort, certain outcome. They start talking that goofiness, you engage it. But if they on that Peter Pan time, vote with your feet. Anyway, I just want to jump on here real quick and get that off my chest. I was fired up earlier, and that really bugged me the wrong way. And it was like back to back to back. Another issue happened, but we're not going to talk about that. I'm gonna jump off here. Probably do another live later on tonight. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Black men, speak up. Don't sit in silence and suffer. There's no need for it. Stand 10 toes down on your square. This is DR and I'm out. I'll see you on the next one.